Hello, how are you? Thank you for your time. I'm Indiana. My camera is acting a fool, so I won't be on camera, but I will be sharing my screen. For the most part, this is just pretty much me researching, and why not share what I'm learning as I learn it. So first, I'm checking out who's on the presidential ballot. I literally just typed in who's on the U.S. 2024 election ballot, and it brings up the presidential candidates first. Looks like this is Ballotpedia, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. Well, first, the list is just Ron DeSantis, Donald Trump, Nikki Haley, Elizabeth Warren, Tom Cotton, Marianne Williamson, Liz Cheney, Mitt Romney, Stacey Abrams. So, 1, 2, I think Elizabeth Warren has ran before or tried to. 3, 4. That's at least 4 people who are repeat candidates. Now, clicking the link, following it, it shows the presidential candidates 2024. Joe Biden's running again. Election year is November 5th, 2024. And why is that election day? In the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November, from what I remember. And I've been it was 8. No, the first time I was able. Either way, all these ads looking like Joe Biden is a Democratic candidate. Donald Trump is the Republican candidate. And then it's a paper whether he has about 2 noteworthy Democratic presidential candidates and 1 noteworthy Republican. Noteworthy candidate criteria. Should I click that? We're going to click that and follow it. Defining noteworthy president candidates. This article discusses these standards help general election criteria. To be considered noteworthy in the general election, candidates have to appear on enough ballots totaling at least 270 electoral votes to win a majority of the Electoral College. Candidates raise at least $20 million through a principal campaign committee, demonstrate a likelihood of qualifying for the ballot in at least 5 battleground states, and have received media coverage as a candidate who may influence the outcome of the presidential election will also be considered noteworthy in the general election. A candidate must fulfill all 3 of these criteria to be considered noteworthy. So, just to verify and clarify what those 3 criteria are, they have to appear on enough ballots of at least totaling at least 270 electoral votes. That's 1. They have to raise at least $20 million through a principal campaign committee. And then they also, so they have to demonstrate the likelihood of qualifying for a ballot in at least 5 battleground states with the media coverage. I'll say that because it looks like those were separated. That's the general election. Then in the primary election, those qualifications are as follows. Candidates have to meet at least one of the following criteria to be identified as noteworthy during the major party primary elections. A candidate may lose his or her noteworthy designation as the election proceeds. And these candidate credentials are candidates who hold or formerly held elected office as a member of Congress, governor, state executive, state legislature, or mayor of a city with a population of 100,000 or more are considered noteworthy. So, polling. Candidates who meet the polling criteria for at least one major party presidential primary debate are considered noteworthy. Ballot access. Candidates who have previously demonstrated the ability to file for 15 or more primary ballots are considered noteworthy. To remain viable throughout the election, a candidate must be able to financially support campaign operations in a multi-state primary. Initial fundraising criteria follows guidelines for majority party debate qualifications. Media coverage. Candidates who are notable public figures and receive significant amounts of media attention as a candidate with a chance of affecting the outcome of the nominating contest are considered noteworthy. Activity on the campaign trail. If a candidate meets any of the above criteria but has not campaigned his or her home state in the past 30 days, the candidate might lose his or her noteworthy status. And as follows, the noteworthy presidential candidates in the 2024 presidential election: Joe Biden, Marianne Williamson, Donald Trump, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. This way. So then I'll go over ballot a little later. Noteworthy criteria. So in the general election, they have to have 270 electoral votes on enough, totaling on the ballots that wins a majority of the electoral college. Candidates who raise at least $20 million through a principal campaign committee. During Trump's election, who was part of his principal campaign committee? Did he have one? He had the media coverage down. Okay, qualifying. No, battleground states. That's something I'm not keen on myself. So that's something I'm going to look up. So looking up battleground states, these are this is explaining a swing state. Should I look at that? Yeah. So it says battleground states, also known as swing states or perk states. Okay, I know what swing states are. Purple. That's more, purple states is relatively new. But these play a crucial role in the United States elections. Historically swung between voting for different parties in presidential elections. So I live in a battleground state where they have to get out. it that's actually a pun, and I find that hilarious. All right, and it gives the definition and the importance. Pardon me, I've been sick for like quite a while. I did get go to urgent care to get some treatment. So then these are the swing states. I'm going to actually all right, we're gonna view the image. So from this photo, this image, this graphic, it shows the swing states being, we're going to start North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Texas, Colorado, Arizona, Nevada, California, Illinois, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Maryland. So that's at least, that's about 12 of them. That's 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they need at least 5 is what ballot saying. So we just learned that state during elections they tend to fight between a blue candidate and a red candidate. And those states, based on the majority within the electoral college, tend to help determine who's the next president of the United States. This is though they need to in the election, they need out of 5, they need the majority win of 5. No. They need to win at least 5. That's less than the majority of the battleground states. But the total has to be at least 270. The total has to be the majority of electoral college votes. So what that means is the general election of these 12 highlighted states here, they need at least 5 of them to total up within the electoral college 270, because the electoral college vote is 5, how many in Congress? Is it 535? 535 in Congress. So they need at least 270 out of that electoral college vote. So that means they need to win these big old hefty states here pretty much. I need a map too of United States Electoral College. I'm looking it up right now. United States Electoral College. Okay, that's a map on the Wikipedia page. All right, so boom. This here gives what electoral college votes out of 538. Oh my God, I'm that. Oh, okay. Wait, see, this is why I speed read sometimes. But so I wasn't wrong about the 535, but I'll figure out where these extra 3 came for as I read on. But right now, I'm going to focus on the 535. So boom, 535 out of electoral college, they need a simple majority of 270 or more. And then these states here, as so California, what? Okay, I need to save like all this right now. For real, for real. Uh-oh. Hold on, we're gonna take some time. Dang it, chill. Okay, so I'm saving this. What? Download original file? I don't know. Who was the author? It's not showing. Boom, collage. We're gonna save that. And then I'm going to save the other one too, so I can reference back. But how do some of these smaller southern states have more of a electoral college vote? See, I should probably keep up. That's the thing about politics. I have to admit, I only keep up when it's time for some sort of an election. I mean, I might be deep into it during election time, but this is something that's ongoing, boo. All right, so I'm gonna close out as far as this electoral college information. Go back to Ballotpedia. Has this changed and why? Because this only has 4, but on the other one, this here is showing 9. And I don't understand why. So I gotta read that. So boom, I found out exactly what a battleground state is. Let me write those notes down. So, battleground state. A battleground state is a swing state. Or a purple state. And then, I found maps. Okay, I found. Oh my God, excuse me. Electoral college maps. And now, so that's on the New York Times. You got to pay for that. So I'm with Ballotpedia right now, since I feel like it's giving me some information, some good information just in general, and then like stuff I can go verify. The Biden administration, Ballotpedia defines primaries, footnotes. No. I want the actual list of presidential candidates. That's a sample ballot. I don't want that. Let me click that. So I'm clicking the 2024 presidential election. So this timeline of upcoming dates. So there's a Democratic presidential caucus in Wyoming and a primary in Alaska tomorrow. And then the quarterly campaign finance report. Monthly campaign. That's the monthly here. In Puerto Rico. And then president in Pennsylvania. So here are the Democratic presidential primaries 2024. We have Joe Biden. He is the current. Oh no. I'm waiting, baby. Wait. But Joe Biden is the current president of the United States. Jason Palmer. I'm not sure who he is. But Sink Uyghur, I know he's from the Young Turks. Like, I watch him from time to time. Marianne Williamson, she's ran for. And then we have Donald Trump, a rich celebrity and former president. Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy are the Republican presidential primary candidates. And these are notable to clear, like people we know of for specific reasons, pretty much. I'm gonna just keep it simple. Joe Biden. I do like what other people be doing, but Joe Biden, Marianne Williamson, Donald Trump, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And then here are the other candidates, and it says, okay. So Joe Biden, Democrat, incumbent president of the United States, announced he would run on April 25th, 2023. Marianne Arthur announced her candidacy on February 23rd, 2023. She withdrew from the race on February 7th, 2024, and re-entered the race on February 28th. Donald Trump, Republican, former U.S. president, announced his candidacy on November 15th, 2022. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., independent, and author and lawyer, announced he would run as an independent on October 9th, 2023. He initially announced a campaign for the Democratic presidential nomination on April 5th, 2023. Other candidates: Jason Palmer, Democrat, a businessman, announced his candidacy on November 10th, 2023. Sink Uyghur, Democrat, a media commentator, of the Young Turks, announced his candidacy on October 12th, 2023. At the time of the announcement, it was not clear that Uyghur met the natural born citizen requirement in Article 2, Section 1 of the United States Constitution. I actually have a copy of the United States Constitution that I'm going through, and that actually is the article and section. Like, it's in my bag right now, and I've read that part. In the Constitution, it lists the requirements be to be a citizen of the United States, pretty much. You have to be a citizen of the United States to be considered a candidate for presidency. Moving on, Chase Oliver, Libertarian Party, a candidate in the 2022 Georgia U.S. Senate race, announced his candidacy on April 4th, 2023. Jill Stein, Green Party. The 2016 Green Party presidential nominee announced her candidacy on November 9th, 2023. Cornel West, Independent. Philosopher announced his candidacy on June 5th, 2023. And all the people who have withdrawn. So DeSantis, Nikki Haley have withdrawn. Uh, and then there's a timeline there of campaign announcements. So I'm going back up really quick to make sure. Well, now, others who are on the ballot in November, and the presidents are my state governor, my state attorney general, the state lieutenant governor, auditor, treasurer, superintendent of public instruction, labor commissioner, insurance commissioner, agriculture commissioner. Okay. So who else is on the yeah. I wrote down. I should probably go ahead and close it. Anyways, well, I would say the solid answer for candidates would be within the list of noteworthy candidates and then the list of other candidates, because it shows who has withdrawn and when here. And none of these people are listed on the withdrawal list. So we have Joe Biden, Marianne Williamson, Donald Trump, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Jason Palmer, Sink Igur. I cannot pronounce his name even though I watch him. Chase Oliver, Jill Stein, Cornel West as current presidential candidates. And then I have to research into all these other people up for election within my state. But I'm glad I got those maps. And again, I have to read up on the Electoral College, honestly. All right, but yeah, that's it for real. So, like, good night. Thank you for your time.